doors have closed. We might make a start. All right, thank you everybody for joining us after lunch for a special session focusing on the unique challenge of restoring the Ranger uranium mine. And today we meet on the lands of the Larrakia people. I'm Keith Tayler, for those who don't know me, and I hold the position of Supervising Scientist with the Australian Government Department of Agriculture, Water and the Environment. In that role, I oversee the Ranger uranium mine on behalf of the Australian Government and have the privilege to lead the Supervising Scientist branch, including the Environmental Research Institute of the Supervising Scientist, which is a collection of amazing people undertaking some really leading edge work. If you'd like to see more of what we do, there's some great content on our Facebook site, and I'd encourage you to visit and have a look. The Ranger uranium mine is operated by Energy Resources of Australia, or ERA, a Rio Tinto company, and is situated on the lands of the Mirarr people, approximately 220 kilometres east of Darwin, near the township of Jabiru, which was constructed to support the mine. Ranger is surrounded by, but separate from, the dual World Heritage and Ramsar listed Kakadu National Park, which is also located within what we refer to as the Alligator Rivers region. Kakadu's World Heritage listing recognises both the cultural and ecological values of the region. Kakadu is a truly special place. With 65,000 years of human occupation, the greatest diversity of freshwater fish in Australia, more than a third of Australian bird species, and some of the oldest rock art in the country, if not in the world. Ranger lies on the lowland plains below the escarpment of the Arnhem Plateau, immediately adjacent to the Magilla Creek and upstream of the Magilla floodplains. The Ranger ore body was discovered in 1969 and an application to mine was lodged in 1975. Mining at Ranger was subject to a public environmental inquiry called the Ranger Uranium Environmental Inquiry, or colloquially known as the Fox Report. The inquiry actually produced two reports, released in October of 1976 and May of 1977. These contained four key recommendations. Uranium mining should proceed. Ownership of the land should be granted to the Aboriginal traditional owners. A national park should be established, and an independent supervising scientist should be appointed to ensure the protection of the people and the environment of the Alligator Rivers region from the effects of uranium mining. The Australian Government accepted all of those recommendations. The first supervising scientist was appointed in June of 1978. Stage 1 of the Kakadu Aboriginal Land Trust was granted in August of 1978. Stage 1 of Kakadu National Park was declared in April 1979, and Kakadu National Park was granted World Heritage status in 1981. Ranger commenced production. Their first product was produced on the 13th of August 1981, and the mine was officially opened shortly thereafter. Since that time, Ranger has produced more than 130,000 tonnes of uranium over the last 40 years. Mining at Ranger ceased in 2012 and processing continued until the 8th of January this year. Our monitoring program at Supervising Scientists has demonstrated that over the last 40 years, the people and the environment of Kakadu National Park have remained protected from the effects of uranium mining. But looking forward now, ERA now have 5 years to complete the major rehabilitation works at Ranger, with the overall target of eventually restoring the site to a standard which could be incorporated into Kakadu National Park and ensure all of the tailings are contained in the mined out pits for 10,000 years. This is a huge challenge which will cost in excess of $1 billion, and final completion will take many decades to achieve. The rehabilitation of Ranger is a test case for ecosystem restoration, and much rests on the outcome. The restoration of the traditional land of the Mirarr people, the long-term protection of Kakadu National Park, and the success or failure of rehabilitation at Ranger will have wide-ranging implications for the nuclear and resources sectors nationally and internationally. I believe that Ranger can be successfully restored, and I very much welcome events such as this in Darwin that bring together such a wide variety of skills and expertise from all over the world. It's bringing people together like this will be critical to make sure that we do have the right set of skills and expertise to make this a successful restoration project. For the session to come, I'll hand over very shortly to Megan Parry, who's a I'm going to call you a restoration ecologist, Meg, is that about right? Who worked for ERA on the rehabilitation project at Ranger. I will ask our presenters please to keep to time because people will be moving between rooms and also the conference is being broadcast virtually, so people are also switching between sessions virtually. So that's all from me.